You probably know Kobe beef, but do you know Kobe? Hi everyone, it's Abby from Pictour, and today I'm going to show you one of Japan's most famous port cities to help you decide if you should add it to your itinerary or not. Kobe has long been open to foreign ideas, foreign food, and foreign communities, and that international influence still defines how the city looks, eats, and lives today. It's a super easy day trip from Osaka, less than 30 minutes by train, so let's hop over to Kobe Sannomiya Station and get started there. So most visitors start their time at Kobe Sannomiya Station. There's actually a station called Kobe Station, but Sannomiya is the heart of the city. From Osaka, the trip here takes less than 30 minutes, making this a great escape from the bigger, busier cities nearby. If you're coming from Osaka, you have a few different routes to get here, and honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you take, but if you have the JR pass, you'll of course want to take the JR line. And depending on which route you take, you'll end up at one of the few different stations, the Sannomiya Station, or one of the several Kobe Sannomiya stations. And by the way, I personally came from Kyoto, so it took me around an hour 15 to get here, which also is not that far. One of the first things you'll notice when you get here, or at least that I notice, is how many cafes there are. So cafe culture is really huge in Kobe, and especially with Western influence as well. So literally right inside the station, we have 1 cafe, 2 cafe, 3 cafe, and I'm just standing right here. Oh, 4 cafe, this one has donuts. Right outside here, there's a Komeda Coffee, it's another cafe. So basically, if you need a coffee, you are in the right place. But we're gonna get started at somewhere very historic and very important to cafe culture here. And that would be Nishimura Coffee. So let's head over. So Nishimura Coffee has several different locations across the city, but I'm at the main location, which is super epic looking. And this one is open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And that super long opening time already tells you a lot about the cafe culture here in Kobe. Nishimura Coffee was founded in 1948, just after World War II, during a period when Kobe was rebuilding itself. As a port city, Kobe had early access to imported coffee beans and Western food culture, and cafes quickly became part of everyday life here. Unlike modern coffee shops, Nishimura feels very classic. It feels like a place where you can sit and relax and take your time and just enjoy a nice cup of coffee and the classic Japanese cafe breakfast, which usually consists of bread with something on it. Also, you guys know I do not like to wait in a line, but in my opinion, this one's worth it. All right, we just finished eating and I got the fruit set and my amazing, beautiful assistant and tour guide, Maddie, got the salad set. I think it was really good. Really simple, only like 8 or so USD for this really lovely set of everything. And you get basically 2 little sandwiches and fruit or a salad and some coffee. And I got the blend coffee, which was very lovely. It was a little bit bitter, a little bit acidic. Very pleasant. And what did you think?
Honestly, the atmosphere of the restaurant was the highlight.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, of course the food was super good, but just sitting in there and looking out on the street and seeing all of these nice buildings was probably my favorite part of the whole experience.
I agree totally. The interior is just really lovely and relaxed and a good place to chill. So I recommend checking this place out if you just want to take a nice little break, and you have until 11 p.m. to do so. So you have time. So from here, now that we've had food, we're going to head over to a really, really ancient shrine and pray for something very important. Let's go. So the next spot I'm here to see is a place that is actually quite important to me because I came here years ago and prayed for something quite important. This is Ikuta Shrine. So Ikuta Shrine is actually over 1,800 years old, and it is to the sister deity of Amaterasu, the sun goddess. So the Shinto goddess here is Wakahirume no Mikoto, who is kind of the goddess of the rising or the morning sun. So what can you pray for here? Well, you can pray for in-musubi, which is matchmaking, but in-musubi is really beyond just love matchmaking. It's really to any kind of connection. So connections to people or life paths or your work or really anything that you feel like is connected to you as a person in your life. So why is this place important to me? Well, I'm getting major deja vu right now because I actually came here quite a few years ago now while I was dating Tape, and I prayed that things would work out between us, and apparently they did because we got married. So maybe it's a powerful spot. So when you come here, they have a bunch of very cute little things you can get. First off would be the Emma that they have. The Emma are so cute. They have Emma for love, and they also have this special little bear Emma right now that you can write really any kind of wish that you have related to Musubi. So kind of maybe family wishes or life wishes or whatever have you, and you can hang it up, and it was just too cute for me to pass up. Another thing you can buy here is omamori. So omamori are these little pouches that you'll see a lot at shrines, and they each have a little purpose. So the one I got is for health, actually, but they have them from everything from relationships to academic success to driving, traffic safety, to really any kind of purpose you could possibly envision. There's probably an omamori for it. And so all you do when you buy one of these is it looks like a little pouch. Obviously, you can take the plastic bag off, but the little packet inside, you don't open it up. What you do is you just keep it on you. So I will be putting this in my purse basically to protect my health, because like I said, this is a health protection omamori charm. So you'll see these good luck charms everywhere at shrines. Different shrines will have different ones that kind of have different purposes or meanings, especially if the shrine is like a specific power spot for something. I'm here on a Monday morning, so it's a lot of just like locals, very small amount of people here actually, but very calm. They actually have an Inari shrine kind of hid in the back, so of course I had to go back there and pray there as well. If you go on my Kyoto tour with me, you'll go to the big iconic Inari shrine, so you'll learn all about that. But they have a little one here, which is really cute. Let's continue on. All right, we have come all the way uphill to the Kitano Ijinkan area. So Ijinkan refers to the former foreign residences, and this neighborhood dates back to the Edo period and early Meiji period when Japan started really opening up to the world. And Kobe played a key role in that transition. So when Kobe port officially opened in 1868, foreign merchants, diplomats, and engineers started settling here and building foreign-style homes. So today you have houses such as the English house, the Uroko house, the Moegi house, and many other houses that you can go by and explore the insides of and see what life was like back in the day. We're going to visit two of them. That would be the English house and the Uroko house. And I'm excited to see both of these. The English house is our first stop. And if you like Sherlock Holmes, this is a good spot for you to check out. That would be me. So let's go see. Look at all the cute Christmas decorations they have right now. The English house is very self-evident when you approach. God save the king, I guess. Sherlock Holmes, Kobe. So all the Brits watching this are like, wow, I'm not going to Japan to see this. Well, I didn't ask you. And look how cute he is. So the English house is somewhere that my 16-year-old self would have gone absolutely feral over because I was the world's biggest Sherlock fan. Really awesome house. It recreates the atmosphere of a British residence from the late 19th and early 20th centuries when the British merchants and professionals were active in Kobe. You'll definitely feel the unmistakable British mood when you go inside here. At the time, Sherlock Holmes was extremely popular worldwide, including in Japan, and the British culture, literature, and fashion had a major influence on how the West was imagined during the Meiji period. It's also a reminder that Kobe wasn't just importing technology, it was absorbing culture, stories, and ways of thinking. Next, we're going to head uphill to the Uroko house. But first, let's go enjoy another coffee. So, when you come down the hill a little bit, you will inevitably run into the Starbucks coffee, where Maddie just enjoyed a Starbucks coffee. So this building was originally built in 1907 for an American, and it has been kind of rebuilt and kind of moved several times, but you can still kind of enjoy the traditional ambiance of it.
That was perhaps the most beautiful Starbucks I've ever been into.
Wow, you really sold me on it.
Yeah, and I got myself an English breakfast tea latte.
Oh, perfect.
So that it's on theme. Except I just learned that it's made for an American now, so
Go back and get like a, what do we drink in America anyway?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Get a coffee.
Get those glutes working.
This whole area you can't see on camera, but it's literally like walking uphill in San Francisco. Like straight down. By fall. We're all going. I'm sure there was another way up here. Yay! This is what you want. Uroko house. Whew. Alright, so when you come to the houses, you have the choice of different tickets. You can either get like a combo ticket, or you can just get one ticket for each. So I'm just doing one ticket for each because I'm only going to 2 houses today. But if you want to see them all, get you a discount ticket. So the Uroko house was built in the early 20th century for a foreign merchant, but today it feels more like an art gallery than just a simple home. So it's a beautiful place all the way up on top of the hill, as you can see by the fact that I wandered all the way uphill. But you should go in and see the view from the inside as well. It's really easy to imagine why this area was so desirable. And you shouldn't miss seeing the cool roof tiles plating the outside of the house, and they were said to look like fish scales, which is what gave the Uroko house its name. By the way, you might not be surprised to know that Kobe's international character isn't just historical, it's still a very popular place for foreign residents to move and live. So lots of good reasons for that. It's right between the sea and the mountains, and very calm, walkable neighborhoods. I like how not busy everywhere here is. It's very peaceful, and delicious food. So if you're someone that is considering living in Japan, you might want to check out Kobe just to see what life is like here outside of just the big bustling cities. All right, next we come to Nankinmachi, which is Kobe's Chinatown. This place might be smaller than the Chinatowns in Yokohama or Nagasaki, the former of which, by the way, I've done a video about. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in energy and fun and exciting food. So Nankinmachi developed as Chinese merchants settled near the port and set up a community that supported trade and daily life. Today it's become one of Kobe's most popular walking and snacking areas. This is maybe not the place for a long formal meal, but rather a place where you can join all the Japanese folks and all the Japanese high school students here today walking around and eating as much as they possibly can. Maddie and I are gonna walk around and get some snacks. Let's go. All right, the first thing I got is this pork bun. Here, look at it. It looks scrumptious. I love anything with pork in it. So they have so many things through here that is actually insane. Like you're gonna struggle to be able to choose what you want to eat, I think, because you have a million options. Let's try it. The pork is like super tender and the bread is really soft. So this is what this should be. It's very sweet, but it's really good. Next, not many choices here on the things to try. They even have shateki. So if you've seen my Shinsekai video, you would know what shateki is. Watch that if you haven't. Oh, the goods. Let's go eat it. So we got the goma dango. This one has red bean in it, we think. The other one had black sesame. I don't know if I just eat this in one bite. Tastes like sesame. Wow!
The uncle is there.
The uncle is there. It's red bean.
He's here.
Yum, yum, yum. So have you been to the other Chinatowns in Japan before?
Yeah, I've been to one in Yokohama and then one in Nagasaki. And I feel like this one is a lot more peaceful. The other ones were like crazy crowded. So I think this is a good medium. It's still crowded, but it's not going to be like squishing and cuddling up with everybody around you.
You don't want to hug everyone while you're eating like Chinese food?
It's tempting, but I don't think I do.
Okay, it's an acceptable answer. So let's go find one more thing to eat while we're here. Don't try to map this place out before you come. just come here and eat. That's the best thing to do. I have such strong decision paralysis. I don't know what to eat. There's too many things to eat here. Everything looks so good. What are you thinking? Should we get like little dumplings?
Dumplings sound really good right
Dumplings sound good.
now.
Okay.
Everybody else is eating.
Everyone else is they are. You'll definitely need cash when you go through here. Cash is like required. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, looks so good. Let's go eat it. Or I won't spill it on people. These look so hot. I'm genuinely gonna completely scald the inside of my mouth. It's like eating takoyaki. Which, by the way, stick around for the end of the video because Kobe has their own version of takoyaki. Very special. Itadakimasu. Oh, that's really good. That's really hot. It's really good. Meat. So one more thing to mention, of course, as you go through here, there's a lot of restaurants. So I'm gonna put some of those recommended restaurants on my blog that you can see here. I won't be hitting up any of them today because I just wanted to focus on street food. Just make sure you check out the blog if you want that info. If you need a place to get a latte, check out Taoka Coffee. Did you enjoy your Taoka latte?
Oh my gosh, yes. It was super delicious. The lady behind the espresso machine needs a raise because her steam was perfect. The foam was so silky, and it was the perfect balance between bitter and this natural sweetness of the milk. I want to get 10 more. Thank you.
So there's your very good glowing recommendation on that. All right, let's keep wandering. We are in Meriken Park, and this place is beautiful. It's on the water, and they have the Be Kobe sign that I'm going to show you right now. Look at how pretty the trees are right now. Wow. So behind me is Kobe Port Tower, which was built in 1963, and it's made to look like a tsuzumi, which is a Japanese drum. So it is very cute, and you can go to the observation tower at the top if you would like. But let's head over and see the water today. So there's a few things to do at the park besides just enjoy the water. First would be to go to the Maritime Museum behind me, which also has the Kawasaki Good Times World. So if you were into Kawasaki bikes, this is a little selection for you to enjoy. You also have over here the unique looking Starbucks. Looks kind of like a boat. I think it's cute. There's always a Starbucks in Japan, and they'll always try to get creative with what they look like. Be Kobe. So Meriken Park is also the site of Kobe Luminarie, which is a special illumination event that is actually not over Christmas. It is during the end of January to early February, and the whole point of it is to memorialize the Great Hanshin earthquake. So the Great Hanshin earthquake is something you should definitely know about if you're going to come to Kobe because of the impact that it had on the city and the people here. So back in 95, really massive earthquake, actually a 7 on the Japanese seismic scale, that unfortunately led to the loss of lives of over 5,000 people and took out a lot of buildings in the city. So a lot of people have had to rebuild a lot of stuff here. And so that's why you have a kind of a big combination of more modern architecture and some older stuff that works together really well to create the kind of unique, harmonious atmosphere of Kobe. If you want to see the illumination event, this year it is from January 30th to February 8th. All right, it's time for me to eat what I know you all came here to see, and that would be Kobe beef. So you have a billion options from Kobe to get your Kobe beef, but I chose a little place near Nankinmachi that had less reviews because I didn't want to go to one of the big places that had like 2,000 reviews. Those places always stress me out. And so this is Kobe beef, Daiichi West. Hi guys, editing Abby here. So I thought for a long time about what I want to say about the Kobe beef experience. And although I do want to make it clear that the place I went was spectacular and the service was spectacular and the food was delicious, I don't, in my humble opinion, think that Kobe beef is any reason that you should go to Kobe. So the reason I say that is one, because Kobe beef is kind of this like foreigner thing. So I talked to the staff and they basically said almost everyone that goes there is a foreigner. Like you don't need to be locked into this Kobe beef thing. And I actually have a whole video on that in my Wagyu guide so that you can learn more about the other kinds of beef that exist in this country. And two, because you can get Kobe beef almost anywhere, especially in the Kansai area. So don't go all the way to Kobe just to get Kobe beef when you can eat it like in Kyoto or in Osaka. And three, because if you aren't someone that literally is like steak is life, I don't think it's necessary to spend the money on it. Like I'm gonna be completely real with you. I absolutely enjoyed my experience. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it again. I would just go eat either normal beef, normal something somewhere else, or I would get a different kind of Wagyu, like maybe like Omigyu or something, which I think the cost performance of is better. So that's just my opinion. I had a great time here, but don't make this like the central point of going to Kobe. Like I am coming to you to ask you to enjoy all the other things that Kobe has as well and not just focusing on beef the whole time, because there's so many other amazing things to enjoy and eat here that aren't just well marketed Japanese cows. All right, back to the video. So being a city that's famous for cafes, you will also find a lot of very good bread in Kobe, and I'm going to show you two places. And the first would be Izusu Bakery, which has many different locations, and honestly this place blew my mind when I walked in. They had every possible type of bread like you could ever imagine in your wildest dreams, and then more on top of that. So honestly, I got the most simple thing there just because this was like the staff recommendation and I was like having complete decision paralysis again. But if you like a proper bread, this is a very reputable bakery that's been around for decades. I think it was since the 40s, so you know it's the good stuff. Oh my God, that's so good. It's very soft, it's fluffy, it's just good bread. I wish I could go back and get every single thing there, but I'm about to go eat more bread after this. But get Izusu Bakery. Kind of a derailment from the bread, but I came to Meriken Park to eat my bread. And I literally just have to say that seaside cities in Japan, port cities are just built different. This is stunning. Just look at this place. I mean, come on. Is it not just so beautiful? I'm just so grateful I came here. I mean, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful, beautiful place. And the other place that I want to show you is, you can see this giant fish behind me. So this is one of the tooths. So this is tooth fish in the forest, and tooth is basically a chain of restaurants around Kobe, and they all serve slightly different things, and they all have very unique designs that really fit the ambiance of each place. So I'm gonna pick you up now. You're coming into my arms. So this tooth I had to go to because A, it's cute and it has a giant fish, and it's in Meriken Park, but B, because they have a all-you-can-eat bread buffet. And that's what I'm all about, really, when it comes down to it, is just eating as much bread as humanly possible in this lifetime. So this place was fantastic. I am so happy I came here. I got they have like 6 or 7 or so different like mains you choose from. So I got the salmon because I felt like I could, eat some fish, being in the fish in the forest location on the water. And then they give you a plate and you go up to the bread buffet and you have about 90 minutes to eat as much bread as you can possibly consume. They also have a little toaster you can put your bread in. And I'm at the point now where I have to go to Arima Onsen after this to film a video. And I'm worried they're going to turn me away from the onsen because I look pregnant. But actually, I just ate about 14 pieces of bread. So, praise be, Because Tooth is really a Kobe thing, I recommend checking at least one of them out while you're here. So you would be crazy to come all the way to Kobe and not try Akashiyaki. So what is Akashiyaki? It is basically takoyaki, but it is more eggy, less floury. So whereas takoyaki is kind of this like gooey, doughy batter with a taco or octopus in the middle, Akashiyaki is eggier. And so it's more of like a little eggy dumpling, I guess, that you dip in a soup, like a little dashi broth. This was actually my first time trying Akashiyaki, and honestly, I was blown away. I was so impressed. I wish I could eat like 40 of these little things. And the place I went is Akashiyaki Takoan, which is right by Kobe Sannomiya, which is where my hotel is. So I just popped over here for a quick bite. Very happy I did. I would recommend Akashiyaki to everyone unless you hate seafood, but especially to people that come to me and are like, Abby, we didn't love the takoyaki. It was really gooey and we just didn't like the texture of it. That is like a-okay. I just think you should try Akashiyaki too because it's a totally different texture. It's not gooey, it's more just like a little dumpling that you dip in a soup. So maybe you'll like one and not the other, or maybe you'll be like me and you'll absolutely love both and want to sit down and just go crazy on them. So that's Akashiyaki. Don't forget about it. So once you're done, you can either go over to Kobe Station and you can take the train back to Osaka or continue on your way, or you can continue meandering and maybe even go back to Kobe Sannomiya if you need to stay overnight. That's a good area to stay. Or if you need to go get a late night snack like I did. In my opinion, Kobe is a city that doesn't go over the top to try to impress you. Of course, it's one of the first cities to really open up to the wider world, and so the Western influence here really feels very natural. It doesn't feel like imported or forced. It feels like it really grew together with the city. So it's a very comfortable city. It's a very livable city. I really enjoy being here. I spent the night here just because I wanted to spend as much time as I could here. That's not to say you should. I live here in Japan, so for me this felt like a respite from some of the more overwhelming, big, busy cities in the country. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!